Isaac and Abimelech. Now, there was a famine in the land besides the earlier famine of Abraham's time, and Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Gerar. In Gerar. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you to live. Stay in this land for a while, and I will be with you and will bless you. For to you and your descendants I will give all these lands and will confirm the oath I swore to your father Abraham. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and will give them all these lands. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed, because Abraham obeyed me and kept my requirements, my commands, my decrees, and my laws." So Isaac stayed in Gerar. Gerar. And so what we see here is that as long as they stay within the commands of the Lord blesses them. The Lord not only blesses them, but he blesses the people around them. The people are blessed by the blessing. And we are with Isaac now. So we've now, Abraham is still here, but the story has kind of shifted now to Isaac. Because what we just learned, remember, Sarah just had 2 children. She had Esau, which was the firstborn, and then she had Isaac. And a lot of this is going to play a role into what's going to happen here in the near future. Let's continue to read. When the men of that place asked him about his wife, he said, "She is my sister," because he was afraid to say, "She is my wife," he thought. "The men of this place might kill me on account of Rebekah, because she is beautiful." When Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from a window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She is really your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" A brief pause. Like father, like son. Remember, that was what happened with Abram and Sarai, who is now Abraham and Sarah. Something similar. So now Isaac's going through the same situation with his wife, Rebecca. And so let's continue to read. Isaac answered him, "Because I thought I might lose my life on account of her." Then Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the men might well have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." So Abimelech gave orders to all the people, "Anyone who molests this man or his wife shall surely be put to death." Isaac planted crops in that land, and the same year reaped 100-fold, because the Lord blessed him. The man became rich, and his wealth continued to grow until he became very wealthy. He had so many flocks and herds and servants that the Philistines envied him. So all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up, filling them with earth. So there's quite a bit here. So now we know that Isaac just went through a similar situation just like his dad. He pretended that Rebecca, his wife, was his sister, and that was not the case. And so that other men looked at Rebecca, and so the fear of the Lord came, down on them, and they found out that it was not his sister; it was his wife, and so Abimelech wanted to make sure that nothing bad would happen, and that he wouldn't be punished. And so, during this time, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? um, you know, when it comes to modern day, I don't really see much of something like this happening, but it might. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Um, However, we can also relate it to what our lives by telling the truth, by following what the Lord is wanting us to do through the Holy Spirit, and continuing to do those things and following along, because when we do, we're blessed. And you may not think it at the moment, or you may not feel like you see it, but you are. The Lord is with us. The Lord is with us, and He knows exactly what you need. And He knows exactly what your life is going to be like. And so the Lord's timeless. We are timed. Here on earth, we are timed, but our spirits will go to eternity. And also, again, with Isaac following what the Lord had told him by not going down to Egypt, he was blessed and he became wealthy because of it. And we see that jealousy has started to come along with the Philistines. And this isn't going to be the first time. This is definitely not going to be the first time. This won't be the last time either. And we'll see time and time again that the Philistines get jealous and get angry with Israel. And so, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when you read these passages? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?